Good morning everyone. My name is Pavandeep Kaur. So today I am here to present my part of this presentation. So my student ID is 1904179. So the content of my presentation is introduction, vision and objectives, macro analysis, value chain analysis and SWOT analysis and Porter's 5 words model. So which company we selected for this presentation, that is Fonterra. So you can see the picture of that company, and this person, this is the CEO of Fonterra, Miles Harrell, and the headquarter of Fonterra, that is in Auckland. So this company is established in 2001, 16 October. The revenue of this company is 19.23 billion New Zealand dollars, that is from 2016 to 2017. So the subsidiaries of this company is Farm Source and Kapiti Fine Foods and more. So moving further, vision and objectives. The vision of Fonterra is to be a natural source of dairy nutrition for all young and old, everywhere to every day. Like they are providing natural products to all the peoples, like to old people and young, so they can, for everyone. So the aim of Fonterra is to provide working environment where all the people are working and providing them all the tools that are necessary for their job. Like sometimes lot of people working in different type of companies, but they don't have enough equipment. But Fonterra more focus on tools, like they can work easily. Like if we are focus on manpower, that will take more time and more money, because we have to pay salaries to all the employees. So they are focused more on tools in order to save more time. So like about the company, Fonterra Cooperative Group Limited is known as multinational dairy cooperative, which started in 2001 in New Zealand, that I already told earlier. Approximately they have 10,500 farmers of New Zealand who are working in this company, and they have 30% shares along with the revenue of 17.2 billion. They have 21,400 employees who are working under Fonterra. Moving further on pastel, like in this topic I will talk about economics, political, technological, environmental factor, legal factor and social factor. So let's start with political factor. The political environment of NZ is quite stable and strong, with policies like such as some laws, antitrust laws and pricing regulation and wage legislation that also affect the dairy industry of NZ. Next is economical factor. The purchasing power that enhance the consumption of the dairy products of Fonterra in this country, and other dairy farms also impact on Fonterra because of exporting business. The purchasing power of people was around 1.4 LCU. That is processing unit of high efficiency. It means landing craft utility. That was in year 2018 started to fluctuate. Next is social factor. Attraction toward the vegan lifestyle, like people who are not eating cheese, ice cream and milk, and that also affect the sales of the Fonterra. And halal products positively affect the sales of Fonterra as well. Technological factor. Technology helps the company to decrease the cost of product by using several production machines. As I told earlier, like they focus more on tools and machinery to reduce the cost, because if while using manpower we have to pay salary to the employees, so they focus more on production of the machines and on environmental factor. The dairy industry in New Zealand is dependent on availability of health of livestock, and the product of milk is get affected by the less availability of livestock, like in humidity, like the product of like milk, and that can be affected because of environmental factor, legal factor. Various laws are imposed by the Food and Drug Administration in the US, and these laws are also impact the NZ dairy farms. Dairy farms need to put the labels on their product with their ingredients, nutrition and other items that is necessary for every company, or especially in Fonterra they have to print label on each and every product. So next, moving further on value chain. So in this one we have two type of activities, like primary activities and sportive activities. And in sportive activities we have infrastructure, head zonal and overseas and office, and human resource management, leadership, open culture, technological development, and inbound logistic, that is production by the cooperative and union members, operations like milk processing and packaging, and more. In primary activities, Fonterra's primary activities, inbound logistic is included. The operations of Fonterra include milk processing and packaging of the products. Outbound logistic leads the Village Dairy Cooperative Society and Farmers Union. Fonterra sales are marketing activities such as target customers, revenue process, optimization of feedback, are the effective distribution, and the retailers which are quite effective for the business to promote the brand among the customer. Sportive activities. The company's infrastructure, in which company's head office, zonal office and the overseas office are included. The human resource management is also effective, and Fonterra also has its focus on technological development. Fonterra also has its focus on technological development as it maintains the integration from the farmers and potential customers. So moving further, we will talk about this on SWOT analysis. So first I want to speak about on strengths. Fonterra has strong brand value. Like if we ask from anyone, do they know about Fonterra? I think everyone pretty sure about what type of products this company are selling. So Fonterra has strong brand value. Larger scale operation for milk production, like they are focused more on the production of more of products of this company. The products of this company are widely diversified in the markets. Next is weakness. Heavy asset model including large debt undertaken. Like Fonterra don't have enough funds, so if they want to want more production, they have to take money from someone else, like they have to borrow money from banks and from banks. And lack of trust management within organization, because in this company a lot of the farmers who are shareholders, and this is problem because of sometimes if they have to take any decision, they have lot of point of view, so the thinking of each person is not matching with the others. That is the weakness of this company. because the farmers, most of the farmers are shareholders in Fonterra. The company is currently facing lack of investment, as I already mentioned in this one. If they want to more production, they should take borrow money from someone else. Moving further, opportunities. Developing the economy to grow the global dairy business. The company can grow business in emerging markets like India and China. They can because in these countries they don't have enough markets about this kind of product, so they have opportunity. They can sell their product in these emerging markets. Threats: high level of competition in emerging market, the increasing cost of production in dairy farms, because other organizations they are increasing the price of every product every day by day. So this can be a threat for Fonterra. So my next topic is Porter 5 Forts. So as we can see from this picture, like we have suppliers, buyers, substitutes, and potential entrants and industry rival. So these are Porter's 5 Forts model. So we will talk about this later. Not later, now. Competitive rivalry. High competition of Fonterra helps to determine the industry's lucrativeness, like the competition with the other companies, like if we have competition with other companies, then Fonterra focus more on their brand value, like they can make different by the well-known company. Competitors are Lacticals International. The competitors of Fonterra is Lacticals International, Saputo, Erla Food Emba. Quite tricky names. So threat of new entrant. The organizational size and reputations and are barriers for new entrants. Barriers such as distribution channels, government policies, product differentiation, and capital requirements to the entrants in the dairy industry, which creates threats for new entrant. Threats of substitute. Threat of substitute are also very high, like a product which can take the place of other product, like milk, ice cream, butter, that available in this market in other companies with the competitive price. Bargaining power of suppliers. Powerful suppliers in the dairy industry hold more power, which helps them to get effective value for the suppliers. NZ. Bargaining power of customers. Strong bargaining power due to number of alternatives available within the market. So here is the reference if you want to know about this company more. So you can go to these links and you can check about information about this company. So that's all. Do you have any questions?
You mentioned that the shareholders has a situation related to the distribution of power. Which is the role that the CEO play in that? Because you mentioned that the shareholders are mostly the farmers, so they are trying to, every one of them has different point of view. So which is the role of the CEO? The final decision is taken by the CEO, or they has like a shared decision between all of the farmers?
Yeah. Like as I mentioned, like they have most of the farmers shareholders, and if they are taking any decision, like CEO of this company, he's managing this all, because the final decision is that is made by the CEO. So they are making a video. Sorry, they are making a meeting with all of the shareholders. So they are sitting together and they can. They are understanding the point of each or every person. So which is best, that is that idea is taken by the CEO of this company.
Which product do you prefer most from the Fonterra division, and why?
To be honest, I'm a kind of vegan person. I drink milk just in my tea, not like milk. So, but all the products are good, like cheese, yogurt, and ice cream from these company are very good. Like, but I prefer ice cream from Fonterra. Thank you. Do you have any more questions? Thank you.
Thank you.